It is that time of the year, ladies and gentlemen. You know, the time that we look forward to all year long, and it is finally the month, and it is getting closer to the end. And no, I'm not talking about no damn Christmas. I'm talking about the college football playoffs. Finally, we have more football action, and it got a lot more intense. Now we have 12 teams instead of 4. It's a lot better, you know, because the more action, the better, because it's the only type of action I see all year long. So I'm kind of hyped we got a lot more football. I kind of wish my team made it. Unfortunately, we didn't, because we're fucking stupid. But, you know, anyways, at the end of the day, we have a bunch of deserving teams. It's going to be a good playoff race, so, you know, I just want to give my predictions because a lot of people wanted to see it. So, yeah, without further ado, let's get right into it. Again, I am not a professional. Do not take my word serious. I predict this stuff based on what I think. I don't know. I'm never the smartest thinker in the room. So, yeah, without further ado, let's get right into the predictions. All right, so for the first matchup, we got Texas versus Clemson. This one's a very interesting one, but I'm going to keep it as simple as I can. I like the Tigers, I really do. I would like to see an underdog story. You know, the underdog dethrones the powerhouse school, underdog to the championship. You know, I like Klubnik, I like the Tigers. It's not happening. Like, we have to be real. I mean, fucking hell. Especially against Texas. Like, this shit is not happening. Like, it's possible, but the chances are rare to me getting $1 million working the streets. The moment the bracket was final, the people knew, oh yeah, Texas wins this easy. Look, I might not think Ewers is a great quarterback. He's not. He's average to me. But that defense is going to do enough to contain Klubnik and his offense, and Clemson's defense ain't going to do shit. I mean, look, they let SMU offense run 17 up on them in 1 quarter. All Ewers have to do is make good reads, not dumbass decisions like he normally does. And if he's good, the run game is good, the wide receivers are good, Texas wins this easy. Honestly, as much as I would love to see a fucking Longhorns upset, it's not happening, and it sucks. Texas wins this 24-10. Notre Dame versus Indiana. Not a matchup to find out who goes to the next round, but more or less who's going to get fucked up more by Georgia. Perfect matchup. Honestly, both schools, no one expected to do this well. Someone could end the other one's dreams, hopes of a championship, or at least the other hopes of getting upset by Georgia. Again, I just don't personally believe both of these teams, regardless who wins, this is going to be a good game. I just don't think whoever moves on to the next round is beating Georgia. Let's keep it a buck. But anyways, we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about this game. So to me, even matchup. I mean, it's even. Both teams, good seasons, have had bad games, shown their weaknesses. I think it's evenly matched. You know, 2 solid quarterbacks, Riley Leonard, Curtis Rourke, great defenses, great offenses, not afraid to run up the score. It's about even. So really, I could see it going either way. Really, I'm not mad at whoever wins. I mean, both are fun teams to watch. They worked hard for this moment. So if you're a fan of it, you know, just appreciate the fact that you're in the playoffs. But I do think this game is really going to come down to 2 things. One, how much will Riley Leonard run? That is it. If the man is able to use his legs, you fucked up. Like, if you leave him open, you fucked up. It is that simple. Like, Notre Dame's game plan is literally just trust Leonard on running and just trust his damn mobility. And 2 is, can Rourke actually pick apart a ranked defense? Can he actually do it? Because the only ranked defense he played this year was the Buckeyes. And, well, you know exactly how that went. So I guess it really just comes down to those 2 things. And well, and my whole thing is, if you can just contain Leonard, someone who, you know, if you leave him open again, you're gonna learn to regret it. So if you could stop the run, I think Indiana takes it. I think it's really simple. I think, you know, if run game is just stopped completely, you force Leonard to pass, he's not gonna do that well. He's not someone who's known for passing a lot. If he's forced to pass a lot, I don't think he's really gonna do that well. But that's just me personally. I mean, if you shut it down, Indiana's offense can easily outscore them. I think it's gonna be a very close game though. I think it's gonna end with a field goal. Indiana wins 27-24. Alright, third game of the fucking week. We have Ohio State versus Tennessee. Honestly, I'm all hyped for this game. This is the game I want to see the most. This is the one I'm actually more excited for because this, to me, is just the first trap game of the playoffs right here. I think everyone is really underestimating Tennessee. Like, all these predictions I see by these stupid ass sport outlets like fucking ESPN says Ohio State wins this easy. I've seen a bunch of this media going around saying Ohio State takes this. Y'all are underrating the fuck out of Tennessee, I tell you. I mean, never underestimate them. I did it once. What happened? They whooped our ass. I'm a Tide fan, by the way, so yeah, I know what that feels like. So again, I just feel this is one of those games where people assume, okay, the Buckeyes will win by a blowout because they're the Buckeyes. But trust me, Tennessee should not be taken lightly. Nico, I can't pronounce his last name, is a baller. You can't count him out because with him it's just one big throw and boom, the momentum changes. Hell, the entire offense is really something to not ignore, especially Dylan Sampson, who I'm convinced could run through a damn brick wall just to score. And the defense with Pierce Jr. out there going after Howard, it might be really all they need. Now, am I saying it will be a Tennessee win? No, I think it's honestly they're really gonna have to just try everything, pull out all the cards, Just do everything you have to really just to get the slight edge over Ohio State. I think it's going to be a rough, ugly game, but I think it's a good percentage. I think just the other half is just a reality that the Buckeyes defense will keep everything locked down. Like let's be real. Caleb Downs is a dog, and well, that's basically one side of the entire field locked up. If the defense can do its job, just like Texas, I might not like Quinn Ewers, I might not like Will Howard, but if he can play just above average, definitely not how he looked against Michigan. If he comes out playing against like how he did against Michigan, he's going to get his ass torched. I think the biggest weakness of the Buckeyes is, of course, Ryan Day and fucking Will Howard. But if Will Howard could just do above average, not make dumbass plays, make the correct plays, and the defense can stop Tennessee from moving the chains, Buckeyes should win this. But you know what? For the sake of the college playoff miracles, I'm going to take Tennessee with the upset victory. I think it's going to be another field goal scenario, or I do think it's just going to be a very, very ugly ending. I say 27-24 Tennessee victory. Alright, and for the final game of the week, we have SMU versus Penn State. Talk about a trap game. Like, this has the word trap written all over it. Everything about it does not seem right. This game, it can either be a damn blowout, or this game's gonna be one of the fucking strangest we have ever seen. Like, I mean, to the point to where I think SMU is gonna have the lead at some point. I think it's gonna get that strange. I think it's gonna be a very close game. I mean, look, both teams have really played nobody. I mean, their best win, Penn State's best win was against Illinois. Fucking SMU's best win was against Pitt. Both have electric offenses. Drew Allar, Jennings, Singleton. Then you have fucking Brashard Smith. You know, both are gonna be offenses that are going to run up the score. I get it. They did not look great against Clemson, but that was the first half. In the second half, if they come out playing like they did then, I'm telling you, this game is going to be electric, and I really think it's just anyone's at that point. What I do think will give the advantage is just Penn State's defense. I think Penn State's defense is just a whole tier above SMU's, so I do think that's going to be the really only difference maker. But if they let Jennings cook, the game's over. Like, if Jennings can cook and Brashard Smith is able to run all over them, I do think SMU can take it. But like I said, if the defense can keep everything cool, they can fucking keep everything shut down. If the corners can do their job, the wide receivers can't catch. I do think if you limit Jennings and you limit the run game, you take that pretty easy. And as long as Drew Allar is still able to score, which he probably will, I mean, he's a damn good quarterback, they're going to do fine. If the run game on Penn State's side can do a lot better, then they're going to win as well. I have to give a final prediction. I'm going to say it's going to come down to the fourth quarter. It's going to come down to the last final plays. But overall, Penn State's defense is just what's going to be the key advantage. I think Penn State's defense is what's going to give Penn State the win, because I do think their defense is going to make it a lot harder for SMU to score than SMU's defense on Penn State. I think I'm going to give a score prediction of 37-34. I know that seems high, but I mean, both are just offenses that are just going to score back to back. I think it's going to be a shootout, but at the end of the day, I do think Penn State's defense is just what's going to be the key. And I think they're going to move on to go play Boise State. It's that simple. Don't be surprised though if SMU does pull the upset. I think they're a school that's coming in with a chip on their shoulder. They're definitely playing with a lot to prove. I think they're going to surprise a lot of people, and I do think they're going to give a much greater performance than we expect. But still, Penn State at the end of the day will be the winners. Alright, and that will do it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching another episode of another random recap. I have a lot more videos in the process. I'm going to definitely do the wide receiver draft class. I just really wanted to get this one out with the playoffs coming up. I wanted just to give y'all my predictions of the first round, which I think it's going to be a good playoffs. I mean, all the games are going to be definitely fun to watch. I really have no one to root for, you know, because my team did not make it, unfortunately. But you know what? That's not my problem. Anyways, I will see you all in the next random recap.